Jean Seberg was a trailblazing actress who left an indelible mark on the film industry. Born in Iowa in 1938, Seberg's career began when she was just 18, after being discovered by director Otto Preminger in a nationwide talent search. She quickly became a symbol of the French New Wave movement, earning critical acclaim for her work in films like Breathless and Bonjour Tristesse. Throughout her career, Seberg worked with some of the most renowned directors and actors of her time, including Jean-Luc Godard, Francois Truffaut, and Sidney Poitier. She was also a passionate advocate for civil rights and used her platform to speak out against injustice. Seberg's impact on the film industry is still felt today, with her unique style and fearless approach to acting inspiring generations of performers. Despite facing personal and professional challenges, she remained a dedicated artist until her untimely death in 1979. Today, her legacy lies on not only as a talented actress, but also as a trailblazer, an icon of the French New Wave. Jean Seberg was an American actress, born in 1938 in Iowa. She's best known for her role in the French New Wave film Breathless. Seberg's career spanned over 2 decades, and she became a symbol of the French New Wave and American independent cinema. She also supported civil rights and Native American causes, which led to her being targeted by the FBI. Do you know any interesting facts about Jean Seberg that not many people are aware of? What do you think makes her an enduring figure in the film industry? Perhaps it's her unique blend of innocence and intensity, or her willingness to take on challenging roles that continue to captivate audiences. Or maybe it's her status as a trailblazer for American actresses in French cinema. We'd love to hear about your favorite memories or personal experiences related to Jean Seberg. Share them in the comments below. As we delve deeper into Seberg's life and career, we'll uncover some surprising, humorous, and even heartbreaking stories. So stay tuned. Jean Seberg, born in 1938 in Marshalltown, Iowa, was the daughter of a pharmacist. She was an only child and was raised in a conservative family. Her mother, who had aspired to be an actress, encouraged her to pursue a career in the arts. Seberg's first exposure to acting came in high school plays, where she discovered her passion for the craft. After high school, Seberg attended the University of Iowa, where she studied French and acting. During this time, she was discovered by a talent scout from Columbia Pictures and was offered a contract. Seberg's mentors during her early career included director Otto Preminger, who cast her in the lead role in St. Joan, and actor Orson Welles, who became a close friend and advisor. Seberg's family and upbringing played a significant role in shaping her as an actress. Her mother's love for the arts and her own early experiences on the stage fueled her passion for acting. Meanwhile, her conservative background and Midwestern upbringing gave her a unique perspective that would inform her performances throughout her career. Throughout her career, Seberg worked with some of the most renowned directors and actors of her time, including Jean-Luc Godard, Francois Truffaut, and Claudia Cardinal. She became known for her versatility and her ability to inhabit complex characters with depth and nuance. Despite facing personal and professional challenges, Seberg remained a dedicated and accomplished actress until her untimely death in 1979. Jean Seberg was an American actress who significantly influenced the film industry during her era and beyond. She began her career in the late 1950s and quickly became a symbol of the French New Wave cinema. Seberg's breakthrough role in the film Breathless established her as an international star and brought a fresh, naturalistic style to acting. Seberg's impact on Hollywood was substantial. She challenged traditional Hollywood norms and paved the way for future actresses to embrace their individuality. Seberg's choice to work in European films also opened up opportunities for American actors to expand their careers overseas. Seberg's contribution to Hollywood went beyond her acting skills. She was a strong advocate for civil rights and used her platform to speak out against injustices. Seberg's activism often put her at odds with the Hollywood establishment, but she remained committed to using her influence for positive change. Seberg's legacy continues to inspire actresses today. Her unique style and fearless approach to her craft have left an indelible mark on the film industry. Seberg's ability to captivate audiences and challenge the status quo has made her an enduring icon in Hollywood. In conclusion, Jean Seberg was a trailblazing actress who significantly influenced the film industry during her era and beyond. Her contributions to Hollywood extended beyond her acting skills and into her activism and advocacy for civil rights. Seberg's legacy continues to inspire and influence actresses today, making her a true icon in the world of film. Jean Seberg, a renowned actress, discovered her passion for acting at a young age. Growing up in a small town in Iowa, she was an avid reader and often found herself lost in the characters of the books she read. At the age of 18, she was discovered by a talent scout while attending a local theater production. This encounter sparked her interest in pursuing a career in acting. Seberg's big break came in 1957 when she was cast in the lead role of the French New Wave film Saint Joan. Despite having no prior acting experience, Seberg's natural talent and captivating presence shone through. She played the role of Joan of Arc with such conviction and intensity that it left a lasting impression on audiences and critics alike. Seberg's passion for acting was fueled by her desire to tell stories and bring characters to life. She was drawn to roles that challenged her and allowed her to explore different aspects of her own personality. Throughout her career, she worked with some of the most celebrated directors and actors of her time, including Otto Preminger, Jean-Luc Godard, and Breathless. Despite facing numerous challenges and setbacks throughout her career, Seberg remained dedicated to her craft. She continued to push herself creatively and took on roles that were both daring and unconventional. Her passion for acting was evident in every performance, and she left behind a legacy that continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. Jean Seberg, known for her role in Paint Your Wagon, filed for divorce from Roman Gary while on set, entertained thoughts of marrying co-star Clint Eastwood, who later ghosted her. This rejection affected her already fragile mental health. Seberg famously described co-star Lee Marvin's singing as sounding like rain gurgling down a rusty pipe. Seberg, a Nouvelle Vague icon, was celebrated for her work in French New Wave cinema. Despite her professional success, Seberg's personal life was marked by turmoil, including struggles with mental health and relationships. Seberg's contributions to cinema extended beyond the French New Wave movement. Her work in Paint Your Wagon showcased her versatility and range as an actress. However, Seberg's life was cut short, and she passed away at the age of 40. Despite her untimely death, Seberg's legacy continues to resonate in the world of cinema. Jean Seberg, a talented actress, faced several challenges in her early career. Born and raised in a small town, she struggled financially to pursue her dream of acting. However, her resilience and determination led her to New York, where she was discovered by a talent scout. Despite her raw talent, Seberg encountered skepticism from the film industry due to her lack of experience and unique acting style. She was even criticized for her unconventional looks, which did not fit the typical Hollywood mold. However, Seberg refused to let these obstacles define her. She worked tirelessly to hone her craft, taking on various roles to gain experience and exposure. Seberg's innovative approach to acting, which often involved blending method acting techniques with her own personal style, helped her stand out in a crowded field of aspiring actors. Seberg also found creative solutions to overcome financial struggles, such as taking on small modeling jobs and appearing in commercials. She even used her savings to fund her own acting lesson and workshops. Seberg's resilience and determination paid off when she was cast in the lead role of the iconic film Breathless. Her performance was widely praised, and she quickly became a household name. Throughout her career, Seberg continued to face challenges, including personal struggles and negative media attention. However, she remained committed to her craft and continued to push boundaries as an actress. Her legacy as a trailblazing and influential figure in Hollywood continues to inspire aspiring actors to this day. Jean Seberg was considered for several significant film roles throughout her career. For the 1969 film Paint Your Wagon, Julie Andrews, Faye Dunaway, Mia Farrow, Diana Rigg, and Tuesday Weld all turned down the role that eventually went to Seberg. Interestingly, Kim Novak had expressed interest in the part, but she was rejected. In the movie Lilith from 1964, Seberg portrayed the title character. During casting, other actresses such as Yvette Mimieux, Natalie Wood, Samantha Eggar, Sarah Miles, and Diane Salento were also being considered for the role. Seberg's linguistic abilities were showcased in Macho Callahan when she acted as an interpreter between the Mexican crew and American cast, as she was fluent in Spanish. In Paint Your Wagon, Seberg played the character Elizabeth, and the original plan was to have Anita Gordon, with her voice matching Seberg's speaking timbre, dub her singing parts. However, Gordon had faded from the industry due to the dissolution of the studio system and the decline in movie musicals. Lerner tried to locate her, but when all attempts failed, he contacted the Screen Actors Guild as a last resort. To his surprise, the phone operator he spoke with was none other than Anita Gordon herself. She agreed to play her final role in Hollywood as Seberg's voice double. Jean Seberg's career had several breakthrough moments that showcased her talent and range as an actress. In 1957, she was chosen from over 18,000 hopefuls to play the lead in the French New Wave film Saint Joan. Her performance as Joan of Arc was highly praised, with critic Bosley Crowther of the New York Times calling her a bright, spirited, and appealingly natural actress. Seberg's career continued to rise with her role in Breathless, directed by Jean-Luc Godard. Her portrayal of a free-spirited American in Paris was a defining moment in her career, and the film is now considered a classic of French New Wave cinema. Co-star Jean-Paul Belmondo later said, "She brought something special, a freshness, an innocence, and a modernity that was perfect for the role." In 1964, Seberg starred in Lilith, playing a troubled young woman in a mental institution. Her performance was described as extraordinary by critic Pauline Kael, who wrote, "Seberg, in a role that might have been just another neurotic, gives a performance of such purity and intensity that she seems to be living the part." Seberg's career was marked by her willingness to take on challenging roles and her ability to inhabit them fully. Her contributions to cinema continue to be celebrated, and her breakthrough moments remain an indelible part of her enduring legacy. Jean Seberg, born in 1938, was an American actress known for her role in the French New Wave film Breathless. She was also a civil rights activist, which led to her being targeted by the FBI. Seberg's career began in 1957 when she won a role in the film Saint Joan. Her performance was praised, and she quickly became a rising star. She moved to France in the early 1960s and became a part of the French New Wave film movement. In Breathless, Seberg played the role of Patricia, an American student in Paris who becomes involved with a criminal. The film was a critical and commercial success, and Seberg's performance was widely praised. She became a symbol of the French New Wave and was hailed as a talented and unique actress. Seberg was also known for her activism. She was a vocal supporter of the civil rights movement in the United States and was involved in several organizations, including the Black Panther Party. Her activism led to her being targeted by the FBI, who launched a campaign to discredit her. Despite the FBI's efforts, Seberg continued to speak out for civil rights. She once said, "I don't pretend to understand politics, but I can't help being interested in people and their problems." Seberg's career and personal life were marked by both triumph and tragedy. She struggled with mental health issues and drug addiction, and her life was cut short when she died in 1979 at the age of 40. Despite her struggles, Seberg's legacy lives on. Her performances in films like Breathless and Saint Joan continue to inspire and captivate audiences. And her activism serves as a reminder of the importance of standing up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. In an interview, Seberg's co-star, Jean-Paul Belmondo, said of her, "She was a rare and precious person with a great deal of sensitivity and intelligence." Her director, Francois Truffaut, once said, "She had a kind of purity that was very moving." Seberg's life and career serve as a testament to her talent, bravery, and dedication to making a difference in the world. Her memory continues to resonate with people today, and her contributions to both the film industry and the fight for civil rights will not be forgotten. Jean Seberg, an American actress, was known for her unique approach to her work. She was particularly famous for her role in the French New Wave film Breathless. Seberg's artistic process was greatly influenced by her worldview and personal experiences. She was a strong advocate for civil rights and often used her platform to speak out against injustices. This activism was reflected in her work, such as her role in the film Airport where she played a terrorist with radical political beliefs. Seberg's style was characterized by her natural and authentic approach to acting. She was known for her ability to convey raw emotion and complexity in her characters. Seberg often took on challenging roles that pushed the boundaries of traditional Hollywood norms. Her unique approach to acting made her stand out in the industry and solidified her place as a trailblazer for future actresses. Seberg's personal experiences also greatly influenced her work. She struggled with mental health issues and was open about her battles with depression and anxiety. This vulnerability was reflected in her performances, giving her characters a depth and authenticity that resonated with audiences. In addition to her acting, Seberg was also known for her unique sense of style and beauty. She had a natural, effortless look that was in contrast to the glamorous Hollywood norm. Her simple and elegant style was a reflection of her down-to-earth personality and authentic approach to life. Overall, Jean Seberg's artistic vision and process were shaped by her unique worldview, personal experiences, and natural talent. Her authentic and raw approach to acting, combined with her advocacy for social justice, made her a trailblazer in the industry and a true icon of the French New Wave. Jean Seberg had a significant affair with co-star Clint Eastwood during the filming of Paint Your Wagon in Baker County, Oregon. However, Eastwood's indifference towards Seberg after the filming caused her considerable distress. Simultaneously, Eastwood was involved with one of the extras, keeping Seberg unaware of his other affair. This extra is rumored to be Danielle Catet, although this remains unconfirmed. In Macho Callahan, Seberg worked alongside David Janssen, whom she admired greatly. Their collaboration was amicable, with Seberg praising Janssen as wonderful. Additionally, French filmmaker Francois Truffaut wanted Seberg to play Julie in his film Day for Night in 1973. Unfortunately, Seberg never returned his calls, leading Truffaut to cast Jacqueline Bisset instead. This missed opportunity showcases Seberg's potential impact on another significant film project. Jean Seberg, an American actress, made a significant impact in French New Wave cinema. She gained fame through her role in Jean-Luc Godard's Breathless, which revolutionized storytelling techniques. Seberg's unique naturalness and simplicity influenced future actresses and filmmakers. Industry experts and those inspired by Seberg highlight her contribution. Film critic Richard Brody states that Seberg's performance in Breathless was a revelation and set a new standard for movie acting. Her ability to embody complex characters, such as in Lilith, showcased her range and versatility. Seberg's influence extends beyond acting. Costume designer Jackie West notes Seberg's impact on fashion, stating Seberg's pixie cut and striped shirt in Breathless sparked a trend, making her an icon of French style. Moreover, Seberg's roles often reflected societal issues. Her participation in films addressing racial inequality, such as Flaming Star and Airport, demonstrated her commitment to addressing relevant topics. Despite personal challenges, Seberg's legacy remains influential. Actor Kristen Stewart, who portrayed Seberg in the biopic Seberg, shared her admiration for Seberg's courage and resilience. Stewart stated, "Seberg was unapologetically herself, pushing boundaries and taking risks, which is inspiring." In summary, Jean Seberg's innovative acting style, fashion influence, and dedication to addressing societal issues have solidified her place as a significant contributor to the film industry. Jean Seberg was a devoted fan of Marlon Brando, having been captivated by his performance in The Man in 1950. As a teenager, she even went as far as inviting him to stay with her family in Iowa through a letter. They eventually met years later, and Brando asked Seberg to renew her invitation. During the filming of Macho Callahan in Durango, Mexico, Seberg met Carlos Navarra, who became the father of her daughter. Her son, Diego Gary, was born out of wedlock on July 17, 1962, in Barcelona, Spain. At the time, Roman Gary, who was married to Leslie Blanche until September 1962, was Diego's father. To avoid public scrutiny, they lied about Diego's year of birth, claiming that he was born in 1963. Jean Seberg, the American actress, was known for her work in French New Wave cinema. But her life extended beyond the silver screen, reflecting her personal values and interests. She was a passionate advocate for civil rights and social justice. In the 1960s, she publicly supported the NAACP and the Black Panther Party, which led to her being targeted by the FBI's CoronerPro program. Seberg also used her platform to raise awareness about environmental issues. She was an early supporter of the environmental movement and advocated for the protection of endangered species. In 1970, she narrated a documentary titled The Galloping Horses of the Pharaohs, which explored the link between ancient Egyptian civilization and the protection of animals. In addition to her activism, Seberg was also a philanthropist. She donated generously to various causes, including the American Indian College Fund and the Mississippi Summer Project, which aimed to register African American voters in the South during the Civil Rights Movement. Seberg's personal values and interests often informed her work as an actress. She chose roles that reflected her beliefs and used her platform to advocate for social change. Her life and career serve as a testament to her commitment to making the world a better place. Jean Seberg played the character Tanya Livingston in the 1969 disaster film Airport. Interestingly, producer Ross Hunter had considered her for one of the lead roles in the same film, either the part that eventually went to Stella Stevens or the one given to Jacqueline Bisset. In the same year, Seberg was offered another role, this time in the Western Macho Callahan. She wrote to her parents in November 1969 about the offer, mentioning that she would be playing opposite David Jansen, who she knew was one of her mother's favorites. Jean Seberg's life and career came to a close in 1979, and she was laid to rest in the exclusive Montparnasse Cemetery in Paris, France. Her legacy as an actress continues to be celebrated and remembered, with her work leaving a lasting impression on the film industry. Jean Seberg left a significant impact on the film industry, particularly in the French New Wave cinema. Her groundbreaking roles and unique acting style continue to inspire aspiring actors today. She was a trailblazer who challenged traditional norms and paved the way for future generations. For those hoping to follow in her footsteps, Seberg would likely advise them to stay true to themselves and not be afraid to take risks. She was known for her daring choices and willingness to push boundaries, which ultimately helped her stand out in a crowded field. Seberg's future contributions to the industry may have taken many forms, but one thing is certain: she would have continued to challenge conventions and inspire others with her art. In terms of her legacy, Seberg's impact on the film industry is still felt today. Her unique approach to acting and her willingness to take on challenging roles helped to redefine what it meant to be a leading lady. She remains an inspiration to aspiring actors and filmmakers around the world. In conclusion, Jean Seberg's legacy is one of innovation, creativity, and boundary pushing. Her advice to aspiring professionals in the field would be to stay true to themselves, take risks, and never be afraid to challenge conventions. By following in her footsteps, future generations can continue to build on the foundation she laid and help shape the future of the film industry. Jean Seberg, known for her role in Paint Your Wagon as Elizabeth, had her singing voice dubbed by Anita Gordon. Co-stars Clint Eastwood and Lee Marvin, however, sang their own parts. Marvin's recording of Wandering Star became quite popular, reaching #1 on the UK charts and earning him a gold record. In the film Macho Callahan, Seberg played Alexandra Mountford. Actress Diane Ladd shared that Seberg and co-star David Jansen formed a close bond during production. Ladd described them as wonderful to work with and expressed her fondness for Seberg. On August 29, 1979, Seberg and Ahmed Hasni attended a showing of Womanlight. Later that night, Seberg's apartment owner, Marie Odile Builhit, spoke with Seberg over the phone 3 times. The following morning, Hasni informed Builhit that Seberg had left the apartment during the early hours after an argument. 10 days later, on September 8, police found Seberg's decomposing body in the back seat of her car, parked on Rue du Gainer-Lepert. An autopsy revealed that Seberg had overdosed on barbiturates. Her blood alcohol level was also high, making it unlikely that she could have driven in her state. Police suspected foul play, but could not prove it. Seberg's death was officially ruled a probable suicide, a conclusion that remains disputed. The true circumstances surrounding her death remain a mystery. Jean Seberg was a groundbreaking actress, known for her work in films like Breathless and Lilith. She started her career at a young age and quickly made a name for herself in the French New Wave cinema movement. Seberg's innovative acting style and willingness to take on challenging roles helped to redefine what it meant to be a leading lady. Throughout her career, Seberg was passionate about using her platform to advocate for social justice causes, including civil rights and feminism. She faced many challenges and controversies along the way, but she never wavered in her commitment to her craft or her beliefs. Even after her untimely death in 1979, Seberg's impact on the entertainment industry continues to be felt. Her legacy serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of creativity, perseverance, and using one's voice to make a difference in the world. In the end, Seberg's story is a testament to the power of following one's passion, taking risks, and never giving up, even in the face of adversity. Her enduring impact on cinema and society is a reminder that creativity and perseverance can leave a lasting mark on the world. Jean Seberg had a memorable experience working with David Janssen and Macho Callahan. She described him as amusing company in a French interview. However, her personal life was far from smooth. Her marriage to Romain Gary was tumultuous, with his controlling behavior causing great distress. Despite his claim in his suicide note that her suicide the previous year was unrelated, it was a profoundly unhappy time for her. During the filming of Paint Your Wagon, Seberg had an affair with Clint Eastwood, who was also involved with another woman simultaneously. Once production moved, Eastwood ended the affair, leaving Seberg traumatized. These experiences highlight the challenging and often painful aspects of Seberg's life, which contrast with her successful career in film. In 1983, a musical titled Jean Seberg premiered at the Royal National Theatre in London, highlighting her life's journey. The musical was written by Julian Barry, with music by Marvin Hamlish and lyrics by Christopher Adler. Both of Seberg's parents, Edward Seberg and Dorothy Benson, outlived her. Edward passed away in 1984, and Dorothy in 1997. Jean Seberg was considered for significant roles in both Fahrenheit 451 and Dr. Zhivago, but ultimately, Francois Truffaut chose Julie Christie for the dual roles in Fahrenheit 451 and Laura Antipova's part in Dr. Zhivago. Despite not obtaining these roles, Seberg left an indelible mark in the film industry with her unique acting style and captivating screen presence. Jean Seberg was involved with Ricardo Franco, Carlos Fuentes, and Fabio Testi romantically. In the movie Paint Your Wagon, she played Elizabeth and was dubbed by Anita Gordon for her singing parts. Contrary to what Andre Previn claimed in his book, Anita Gordon never dubbed Jean Crane, but she did dub Seberg in the movie. During the filming of Macho Callahan, Seberg showed her compassionate side. When she saw native people and a skinny dog starving, she gave her meat to the dog, inspiring others to do the same. However, when a crew member advised her against it, she decided to starve for several days. Seberg's actions reflected her empathetic nature and her concern for the well-being of others. Jean Seberg is best remembered for her role in the French New Wave film Breathless alongside Jean-Paul Belmondo. Interestingly, Belmondo was the only one of her leading men who attended her funeral. Seberg's career began when she was chosen by Otto Preminger to play Joan of Arc in the film Saint Joan out of nearly 18,000 hopefuls. This role launched her career, and she went on to appear in numerous films in both Hollywood and Europe. In addition to her acting career, Seberg was also known for her activism. On February 27, 1978, she wrote and published an open letter to drug addicts in the daily paper Liberation, expressing her concern and support for those struggling with addiction. Seberg's life was not without its challenges, but her impact on the film industry and her advocacy for important social issues continue to be remembered and appreciated. Jean Seberg, known for her role as Alexandra Mountford in Macho Callahan, found love in Durango, Mexico, while filming with Carlos Navarra, a man associated with revolutionary activities. Their relationship resulted in the birth of her daughter, Nina. Seberg's life took a challenging turn when her involvement with the Black Panther Party drew the attention of the FBI. In 1970, the FBI spread rumors that she was pregnant by Raymond Massai Hewitt, a Black Panther movement leader. Initially, Seberg claimed Roman Gary was the father, but after the baby's death, she admitted that Carlos Navarro was the father, not Gary. This incident may have contributed to her persistent depression and her eventual suicide in 1979. Seberg was also close friends with Nico and David Keller, adding to her diverse social circle. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg left an indelible mark on the film industry and those who knew her. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the talented actress, Jean Seberg, and the impact she left on the entertainment industry. Share your favorite performances or memories of her in the comments below. If you found this content interesting, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends. Your support helps us continue to create and celebrate the creative spirits that shape entertainment. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content celebrating these remarkable individuals. Thank you for being a part of our community.